this Snapfire ban. I don't think it was really needed. I understand the reason for it because he got the Void Chrono, but Snap is not a hero that's going to be pressuring AM up.
Yeah.
So Doom ban though, that's understandable. You know, if you get a Doom on AM, feels bad. And Mudgolems, they ban perfect heroes here. Bat Rider, DP. One thing, they also banned out the Viper. There is a Zeus available. I kind of like Zeus for Nigma, possibly. Or maybe even like a Shadow Fiend. That's something Nigma do play.
Yeah.
Just something that does magic damage that can like back up this Mars and the Earth Spirits damage output pretty much. Zeus I like less, but I think it's a possibility for Nigma to pick. And there it is. They're going to pick the Tusk. So that's going to be the position 3 with the Mirana at the 4 and NP at the 5, I think.
Interesting. Okay. So running the Tusk as an offlane, most likely we'll see who picks it up and where they go. But now it's time for Nigma to come up with a response.
There's also other possibilities where like they put, Mirana 5 or something, NP offlane, Tusk 4. But I think it's better if they put the Tusk at the position 3. We've seen Seb play this, right? And other players play this offlane Tusk. I think it's very strong. Quite nice against anti-mage. You're going to buy like double bracers, constantly right-click him. If he walks up, you can tag team. Sure, you can blink out, but later on in the game, it's going to be a hell of a lot of physical damage.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot to deal with. And there it is, the Zeus as predicted for Team Nigma, and that is going to be instantly picked up by We. So we'll see where Mudgolems take their heroes, but I am most likely predicting the Tusk to be in the offlane. Looks like they were kind of ready to switch it up as needed, and now they've seen the picks, they're going to have a look and they're going to decide where they want these heroes to go, but no hesitation on the side of Nigma. They know who they want and where they want them.
Yeah, so Zeus pick, I mean, I just looking at like We's possible heroes, and I'm like, he got his Viper banned, Bat banned, his DP's banned out too. It's like, okay, it must be like a Zeus or something. So that's what it is. I mean, the problem with Zeus here is there's going to be a little bit of problems in creating space for the anti-mage, right? They're good at fighting back Mudgolems when they're attacking you, but they're not really good at applying pressure themselves. So this is going to give a pretty free game for the Faceless Void, in my opinion. And it's actually going to be fought out playing the Mirana 5, and they're going to go Milan on the position 4 Tusk and the position 3 NP, like we thought they might also be able to do. This is probably adjusted because they see the Zeus mid, and they want this Tusk to be able to roam between the Nature's Prophets lane and also killing off the Zeus mid because he has no way of getting out.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, no Milana today. Very sad, but Fata, Mirana, still going to be pretty damn good. But yeah, we'll see what Nigma can do with this draft. What are the key lanes, do you think, for these two teams? What needs to be won, and what could be very scary for each of these teams?
I think the Crystal Main Anti-Mage, Anti-Mage is probably going to have free farm anyway. The key lane is going to be definitely the top lane? Oh, bottom lane. The Faceless Void plus the Mirana versus the Mars and the Earth Spirit, right? Whoever wins this lane is going to be giving a significant advantage to their team because the Void, he needs to have free farm to be able to control this anti-mage up and reduce his farming potential. And on the side of Nigma, they're just trying to shut down this Void. It's going to be very hard for Mind Control because his only support partner is an Earth Spirit, and he can't really kill the Mirana either in the lane because she's got leaps. But they're going to have to do something for sure.
They are indeed. Alrighty, folks, let's get into it. It is game number 1 in its best of 3 series here in the lower bracket between Nigma and Mudgolems. Will Mudgolems be able to take a surprise victory here, or is it going to be Nigma walking the floor? I do feel very good about Nigma. I think their draft is looking pretty damn good as well. However, there is possibility for Skidder to really kick off, and I think it's a great kind of draft for Mudgolems to prove themselves here, because when we look at this Mudgolems team, we always say the same thing. They don't really prioritize Skitter, and he often ends up having a bad game. Not entirely his own fault, they just don't really seem to prioritize him very much. And this is the kind of game where he needs to have a good game. If he's not doing stuff, then I don't think his entire team's going to be doing stuff. But they do have this Magnus to try and enable him just a little bit. But beyond that, they don't really have much amplification coming out for him.
Honestly, I would have loved to have seen this Mirana. Oh, Milan going to get gone up for a bit.
Nice arrow, though.
GH going to be arrowed. Yeah. That's going to be a lot of damage onto GH.
Oh no, the tag team as well. Goodbye, sir. But Tusk is probably going to be trading his life for this one, as Kuro should be able to bring him down. Wee's got to come across. He wants the gold, and he's going to be able to take down
Miracle. Needs to be careful.
Miracle taking a decent amount of damage. They've got the arrow available in 2 seconds. Will they land it? Let's see. Arrow tempted. He doesn't actually go for it, realizing that it's just not going to happen. Miracle's going to put an end to things. Meanwhile, the bounty rune should go to 33 if he can run there in time. Yeah, he can actually. Kuro's not even going for it. So that's going to mean a bounty rune's going 3 actually for the Mudgolems.
Ooh, pretty big. And Mirana's the one who got the kill, so the position 5. She actually buys a Wraith Band right away, interestingly enough.
Nice. On
a post 5 here. That's all good. So I was going to say that I would have liked to have seen NP as a 5 and maybe Mirana as a 3 instead, playing with the Tusk. That would have been a lot of kill threat on the Anti-Mage and the Crystal Maiden, in my opinion. And then that way, you can actually guarantee the Faceless Void's lane a little bit more. But maybe with this first blood from Fada and getting that Wraith Band, it might just be enough to be able to harass this Mars out of the lane.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well. And starting off with this arrow landing onto the Mars is a really nice way for Fada to enter the lane, just gets him down nice and early. Doesn't have a salve, only has one on GH, so either forcing that out early or just kind of putting the harassment onto mind control and giving Skidder a free time is exactly what they want to do. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Miracle's in some trouble. Frostbite comes out onto the Nature's Prophet. Milan is on top of Miracle, though. Does he have the blink? He does not. He's still level 1. He's just going to get run down by Milan at 33. Massive kills, and they might not be done here. Moving forward onto Kuro. They have a lot of damage to output here with the right clicks. Are going under the tower for it. Kuro's going to turn around, get the Frostbite out onto Milan, but the right clicks come in from 33. He gets a double kill on this Nature's Prophet. Great start to these side lanes from Mudgolems.
Absolutely huge. If 33 goes back, gets an early power treads, his Anti-Mage is going to hate his life. And not only that, he's walking back to the top lane because he had to TP, right?
Oh,
and now,
no. Oh no.
That's it. This is terrible. This is literally the worst possible situation. Like, that level 1 play that occurred created such a big ripple effect. Like, Mudgolems have already got 1,000 gold lead now just because of this.
Yeah, that is a bit problematic. Meanwhile, we got to roll in down in the bottom lane as Skidder connects onto GH. The GH connects onto Skitzer, and the Spear's going to hold him still against that tree as well, but we'll be able to make it back under the tower. They don't have the damage to actually kill him off. Do they have a salve between them? Doesn't look like it, so it's going to be
They do.
Oh, they do. They've already...
Fada already salved them, yeah. It was good. This is what they need to help Skidder out. And, you know, Nigma, they understand. They got to pressure up this Void, especially if their aim is struggling the way he is right now. He's going for pulls. He's still level 1 on Miracle. I've never seen Miracle have like this bad of a lane. And it all started because of that level 1 play and having to TP onto the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, this is the worst possible start any carry has had in the tournament so far. I feel fairly safe in saying that as well.
Very rough. And also, Kuro has spent a lot of mana as well on the level 1 engagement with his Frostbites. Oof.
Yeah, it's not the dreamy scenarios, but, you know, he's going to start hitting some creeps, Miracle, and they won't be able to keep him down that long unless they can continue the aggression onto him, which might be easier said than done. Milan even looking now onto Kuro. They want to try and drop the Crystal Maiden. Miracle coming in to deal a bit of damage. Meanwhile, they take down Mind Control in the bottom lane. Kuro goes down at top. Miracle has to jump himself away here, but they lose their Crystal Maiden. They don't get anything in response for it. Meanwhile, down at bottom, they do get the kill onto Mind Control on the Mars, so really, really strong side lanes coming out from Mudgolems. They are absolutely walking this laning phase currently. Is there better news in the middle lane, Stephen?
Well, we're checking out the mid lane. Looks pretty even. It's as I expect. Magnus can't really have a lot of pressure onto Zeus unless we walks down to the river in front of Magnus and he gets screwed into the tower. So GH gonna take the haste and try to kill this Supreme right now.
Supreme and we are kind of going on each other now, but yeah, there's a Spirit coming through. Okay, things liven up in the middle lane as Nigma able to get themselves a kill. Not entirely sure why the Magnus kind of stuck around there after seeing this Earth Spirit going for the other rune, but just kind of felt like he wanted to trade with Zeus, realizing it'd come off better if it was just the two of them, not really predicting, and now he moves up to the top lane. GH with the rotations onto Milan. They're not going to be able to save him. He is gone. 2 kills chained up with 1 haste rune from GH. That is value right there.
Yeah, he realizes he can't make any plays bottom, goes for the rune, finds a haste, gets a kill, sees he can connect top for another kill. I mean, GH's rotations is how Nigma's going to be able to get back into this game. We saw this in yesterday's series as well against OG. This man, he knows the angles. He knows where he needs to be to get those kills for his team.
He's got his roller skates on, and he is skating around from lane to lane, getting as much done as possible. Meanwhile, Arrow comes through. We will dodge it. Far jumps in. He's kind of given his life for this one. We is going to be able to bring him down with the Thunder Gods, but Milan comes through. He's going to be able to clean up the mid laner. That is very, very much worth it, as I trade Fada for Weeha over by the Bounty Rune spot.
Supreme's like, well played. Thank you for kicking this Zeus out of the lane. Also to mention, we did start with a kill. Maybe that's why he was having a little bit of an edge over the Magnus, getting that free null right away. But I mean, this is what Zeus does, right? He just goes to the lane, he spams the waves out, he gets a bottle, he has like a bunch of regen with all his nulls, and he's just playing for XP anyway. You know, he doesn't really win any lanes. He kind of just farms a lot.
Milan with a deny in the middle lane onto that Observer, and they're actually going pretty aggressive onto the Zeus. GH is coming in on this one, and they've also got Kuro joining the party. Kick. Milan is going to get killed off as GH saves Wee, gets him out with the kick, and actually Supreme could be in some trouble. Does have a skewer, has an RP as well. Of course, GH gets around the side, but the arrow connecting from Fada. Can he bring him down? Few more right clicks will be needed from the Mirana. She can't do it. Kuro gets off the Frostbite. They will finish the job onto Fada with the right clicks from the CM. 33 here as well, as they have finished off GH. 33 and Supreme got that kill at the very least. Did cost them an RP though, and they don't bring down the big boy. The Zeus is alive.
That looked like Magnus was having a little bit of a tough time. So that arrow, not only, you know, he had a chance to kill Wee, but also sacrificing himself for Supreme. And this is going to allow them to take the tower now too. This is a big tower take from Mudgolems right now.
Yeah, it is. And,
6 minutes.
Nigma just don't want to move in their Mars to try and defend that one. You know, he's not really got the levels or farm to be able to do anything against these heroes, so they're just going to have to let it go. And Mudgolems, can they keep hold of their advantage through the game is now becoming the question, because right now they are feeling very strong on this map.
Damn, I'm really enjoying this Fada Mirana right now. Like, even though he's just a position 5, he's playing like he's a core. Just running around the map and creating some kind of chaos. And Skitter, he's going to be level 6 soon. We're probably going to see a play onto Mind Control. Oh, nice combination.
He gets destroyed. He gets destroyed, yeah. I mean, just the chain lockdowns into the Thunder Gods. It's too much damage for this Faceless Void to be able to time walk away.
Exactly. And Fada looking to try and remove this catapult bottom. There's a fight top, though, at the moment. GH is here again.
He is indeed, and Milan is caught out. He's going to get finished off, and now the roll forward from GH doesn't quite connect onto 33. Doing some nice movements here, 33, but GH with the body blocks gets a couple off. 33 will be able to get past him, and that means that the Nature's Prophet will survive and actually drop him down the trees. He's got some more heroes coming in. No, actually cancelling that TP. They don't want to turn this into a fight up in the top lane.
Yeah, he's got 21 charges. Supreme just was trying to TP there. He's only has like, what, 500 HP? Wasn't really going to feel comfortable if he's laning with the Nature's Prophet. So just continues to farm and cancel his TP out. Wee though, is he going to get? Nope, he's good.
He's alright, yeah, the shards won't quite connect. Milan though, trying to make this happen maybe a bit too hard, trying to fight in for the rune, but Wee's able to grab it. A skewer across is very nice though. Once again, the kick away. GH tries to get up the high ground. It's not enough to save the Zeus, but it is enough to save him. They'll get themselves away on the Earth Spirit, but they still lose the Zeus.
He needs to be way more careful than this. I know he wants to go for the rune, but if it's just an illusion, maybe it's just better to just give it away. There's so much global presence for that Nature's Prophet. Magnus had like, what, 1 second left on the RP, so you had to have known like that RP was up or was about to be up anyway.
And gotta say, you know, Miracle, even though he had a horrible first 4 minutes of the game, like one of the worst we've seen in the tournament so far, he's fine now. Like he is genuinely absolutely fine.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. I mean,
roll in onto Milan, controlling Miracle coming in as well. He gets off the snowball onto Kuro in time, but there's no one coming to save him. They are leaving Milan for dead. Nice little shots coming out, one being popped as well. Supreme comes forward, the turnaround kill is actually going to happen. Now Supreme really wants to get in and find himself an RP onto someone here. Sees GH, might be forced to pop it. Skewer comes through, Miracle jumping on top of 33, trying to bring him down. He can't get off the RP because Miracle actually brings him down with the Mana Void onto the Nature's Prophet. That was beautiful from Miracle. He gets himself a double kill, and now he is top of the net worth charts. How does he do it every single time?
I mean, the 2 kills he got onto Tusk, that kind of helped him a lot. And because Tusk has been roaming around, Anti-Mage has been able to pretty much fight 2v1 against the Nature's Prophet. So that kind of helped him out. I'm only imagining like what it could have been if Nigma had complete free farm on this Anti-Mage from like minute 1, right? because they weren't going to pressure him up had he not needed to TP into the lane and lost all his HP. So Miracle, he is so strong right now. It was really awkward engagement from Mudgolems too, because the Faces Boy did TP bottom with his Chrono and Mask of Madness, so he couldn't really join up with his team onto the top play.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. Not quite bringing the numbers to these engagements here for the Mudgolems, and that's really is what cost them what was a huge early game advantage is now pretty much even. Nigma played it beautifully.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And the whole time, Wee's just kind of been farming creeps. You know, he's been getting involved in engagements a little bit, but mostly he's just been hitting these creeps, hitting the jungle creeps, pushing out the mid lane. He is having a final time.
Definitely, and he had an insane amount of impact in that top engagement. His arc lining was just hitting everything.
Yeah.
This spell is not a joke. It's 150 damage on a 1.6 second cooldown. And he just kept spamming that. And that's how Mudgolems just kind of got withered away.
Certainly is. They're feeling the wrath of the Zeus currently. Now, Mudgolems, how do you want to see them playing right now? Do you want to see them making moves with Chronosphere?
Like this. No, what they're doing right now is exactly what they should have been doing. They got this mid tower up at 6 minutes. They got the Faces Void with the Mask of Madness. He's got the Chrono. They just need to be taking away the creep camps of Nigma. And this is what they're doing by going into the triangle. So Anti-Mage is going to feel a little bit awkward for the time being, since he doesn't have his Battle Fury yet. But as long as they do this, eventually Nigma are going to probably run into Mudgolems, and they should be able to get some kills off of that. They see Miracle right now. They want him, but there's a ward.
Yeah, very hard hero to bring down. Meanwhile, I do want to just point out that Nigma actually went for a smoke gank up to the top lane, but some great positioning from Fada on this high ground actually allowed her to pop the CM smoke. She just jumped herself away, keeping herself safe, but that allowed her to sell 33, you know. So nice. Get out of top lane, buddy. Go down to the bottom lane. It's safer for you there. And that completely diffused Nigma's rotation. And now it's rotation time for Mudgolems. They're going to go with Skitter, Milan, and Supreme, the old three-man smoke, something we're very used to seeing, as one shows on map down at bottom. And one just kind of
this is more like a four-man smoke, right? Because you have 33 who can just teleport into the fight.
True
and
enough.
Use his Wrath of Nature as well. So they're just like letting Fada pretty much show around on some vision. So they think like Mudgolems are playing near Fada, but in reality, they're already top. Nice smoke break from GH there.
Yep. Even steals a rune in the process and just rolls himself away the moment he sees someone. The snowball's not able to connect. Meanwhile,
so much space right now for Miracle because of all this that's happening. Mudgolems have not been able to get a kill for like the last, 3 minutes now? Even though they've been looking for a fight.
Yeah, and I mean, I imagine Supreme's going to start to come alive when he gets his Blink Dagger. He's only 200 gold away, so should have it very shortly. And that's really when I want to see this side of Mudgolems go for a play. I want to see them pick up this Blink and make some magic happen.
That's the thing. I'm not so sure Blink is the best choice for Supreme. Can't help but feel like he needs to just... Yeah. Just go the Echo Saber, allow yourself to... Oh, top Skitter first. Nice arrow.
Yeah, Aaron's going to control him up. Is it enough to keep him alive, though? He turns around, tries to go for the Chrono, but he's going to get killed off by Kuro with the freezing field. They just about get enough to finish the job. Skitter, I can't help but feel he could have gotten a time walk off there, but nevertheless, 33, he's going to get speared up straight away. Kuro and mind control under the tower. They're looking some revenge here on Mudgolems. They are just not going to find it.
He cannot get the time walk off because of the Frostbite. That was on top of him, but if he chronoed, he might have actually been able to live.
There you go then. Kuro, meanwhile, in some trouble, being beaten down by Supreme. GH trying to find the angle. Of course he finds it, but Supreme blinks ahead, tries to get on top of him. The shard's going to come out, maybe help out, but actually forces Supreme to have to RP him. They're still not doing enough damage. Spear's going to come through as well. GH finally will fall, though. It costs them a lot, but they bring down the Earth Spirit. But still, it's only 2 support kills for the side of Mudgolems, and when Miracle's just kind of farming up, he's nearly hitting this Battle Fury timing. You kind of need to be getting a bit more than that.
Well, Nomad, you know what the anti-mage game is like, right? For a lot of these professional players, they understand that when the enemy gets a Battle Fury on the anti-mage, that's actually the biggest, weakest point.
Can they get on top of him? 3 heroes surrounding. He's gone. He's gone. Tries to go for the TP away. It's admirable, but not nearly enough to get him out of there. Nice rotation in from Mudgolems. Gets them the kill onto the Zeus.
So you would think that this anti-mage, you know, it's like a clock or something that you're on and he's got Battle Fury, he's going to farm fast. But in reality, Nigma can't really fight with this anti-mage. So all these engagements are just going to be like 4 versus 5. And Mudgolems are going to take full advantage of that.
Bye-bye Milan in the middle lane, just gets kind of comboed up by a bunch of Nigma heroes, come swarming in on him, and get a revenge kill onto the Tusk.
Scanning.
And they're even looking for more here. I mean, they do have an arena. Mind Control definitely wants to think about throwing it down, but he's just going to grab that bounty nice and safely. Sees the stack, but I'm not sure they're going to do much about it.
They don't feel so good without the Tusk being alive. That tag team has been a big source of damage from Mudgolems. So Nigma right now, they just need to survive for the next 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, Anti-Mage will already have Manta style. That's when Nigma want to be fighting 5v5 if ever they want to fight 5v5. So
yeah.
Mudgolems, this 5 minutes, that's their window to actually play aggressively. If they don't, then I think they're just going to be kind of giving away their timing.
Mind Control jumping onto Fada up in the top lane. Goodbye, Mirana. Another kill going the way of Nigma. Again, just sniping off these supports. And these kills, they might not seem like much, but to be honest, it is making a lot of space for the anti-mage. It's causing Mudgolems to not be as 5. And because of this, they're just not really making the plays. I mean, this Faceless Void hasn't even landed a chrono yet, I don't think. Has he used one? I'm fairly sure he hasn't.
I don't think so either. I think he really hasn't found the opportunity to do so. Like you said, every time someone's dead, Mudgolems is like, okay, just wait for this hero to be alive. And then before that hero's alive, someone else dies. And you're like, oh, let's wait for this hero to be alive. And all of a sudden, Anti-Mage has 2 minutes of complete free farm.
Yeah.
Because his team is creating these small pickups. What Mudgolems need to do is just group up as 5, control some area. You can even threaten the Roshan if you want to. And make Nigma come out and try to fight you.
Meanwhile, let's see Weeha, Supreme's no hesitation on that RP, getting on top of the Zeus, and they'll be able to bring him down together. They have more than enough damage between Milan and Supreme mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Something, but if this does not lead into more fights from Nigma or tower takes, I'm not so sure it really matters, because Miracle, there's no